When I was doing the research, I ran across a couple of interesting things that gives you a little bit more insight to the man himself. Some details that, well, for brevity's sake, I left out of the episode. One of them was the horrible and tragic end of his mountain climbing career. Now, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you haven't heard that tale, go on over to the Ko-Fi. It's public and free. And I'll leave a link somewhere down below this here post rant so you can go check it out. But it tells a tragic tale, and to be honest, even for Aleister Crowley, it shocked me. So you can go check that out. But another interesting detail that I didn't include was after his little adventure in Sicily, when they got kicked out of there, Mussolini said, "You gotta hit the road, Toad." Crowley wandered around for a while, visiting such places as Tunisia, Germany, and so forth, before he finally settled in France, good old France. Now, while in France, he hired this here secretary, an assistant of sorts, another aspiring magician named Israel Regardie. Regardie would later become famous himself and played a prominent role in exposing the complete rituals of the Golden Dawn to the public. He's an interesting cat himself, but that's a whole nother video. As Crowley continued to travel around Europe, his heroin addiction really kicked in. That's when it started getting really heavy. And in 1932, Crowley met with Sybil Leek. I'm sure some of you probably heard that name before. But she's another famous witch. And him and her became quite close friends. Sybil was a hereditary witch. She was only 9 years old, so it's kind of weird that her and old Crowley were such close friends. Later, she wrote in her autobiography, Diary of a Witch, that Crowley talked to her about witchcraft. He taught her the words of power and instructed her on the use of certain words for the vibratory qualities when working with magic. To a 9-year-old. Crazy. Now, Crowley, already notorious and well known to the press, became involved in a famous and sensational lawsuit. In 1934, before Mr. Justice Swift, Swift Justice, huh? He sued Nina Hamnet, a prominent sculptress. Nina had published a book, Laughing Torso, in which Crowley alleged she had libeled him by saying that he practiced black magic. As the case proceeded, the other side produced such evidence of Crowley's bizarre lifestyle and scandalous writings. And let's just say justice was swift. He was horrified, and Crowley lost the case.